Update 2. Am I the asshole for telling my mother I will not invite my cousin to my birthday because of her habit? Okay, so. It's been over a year since I posted in here, asking people if I was the for not wanting to invite my cousin, who I'll call Jane, which is not her real name but it helps me explain better, to my birthday party because she involved unwilling, unconsenting people in her habit, exhibition kink, really. I ended up not inviting her, as I said in my last update, and she did not crash my party or anything like that. Like some commenters predicted, she just went full radio silence for the next few months. She had her next birthday party, which I wasn't invited to for obvious and fair reasons, not that I really minded, and I heard that half her friends didn't attend either because, apparently, Jane's scumbag boyfriend dumped her a couple of weeks before she celebrated, and what did Jane do in response? Send explicit messages and nudes to those friends as partners. So, well, they RSVP'd no to the invitation. Shocker. This is where it gets messy, and it only gets messier. Jane had a meltdown at her party because, like I said, half her friends didn't attend and didn't even wish her a happy birthday. I don't blame them, and she couldn't comprehend why the ones that did attend didn't bring their partners. She threw a massive tantrum and started crying, screaming, and accusing them of being fake. They obviously left, and it only made Jane more upset, ending in my aunt calling my mom to bitch about how people can be too judgmental. Weird take, but okay. She started posting a lot of crap on her socials that I had to be shown by a third party, my mom, because I was still blocked, being very nasty and passive-aggressive, making digs at her friends. Then it was radio silence from her again, no posts, no calls from my aunt to my mom to complain, nothing. I broke up with my ex-boyfriend before summer and I was really focused on myself, so I didn't check in that much, until my best friend came by my house to chill and gossip, and he excitedly showed me Jane's Insta which hadn't of link. I was flabbergasted, honestly, but then I figured that it was the best outcome for her kink, since she could expose herself sexually, to a consenting audience, thankfully, and get money at the same time. Then, like about a month later, my mom calls me at 3 a.m. to tell me that Jane has been arrested, my aunt and uncle are freaking out, and apparently there's no bail. So I'm thinking, what did she do to have her bail denied? Yeah, you guessed it. She got arrested for indecent exposure, outraging public decency, public disorder, prostitution, and many others that I cannot remember. Apparently, she posted on her of that she would be at a certain public place, that's close to a middle school, and that anyone who paid the price she set, could have the location and go to have sex with her. But she trusted strange men too much and they brought their buddies as well, who, obviously, didn't pay said price, and there were a lot more men than she accounted for initially. She panicked, locked herself in a nearby public restroom and called the cops while the men tried to force the door open, who came in and arrested her and many of the guys who didn't manage to run when they heard the sirens. Now she is awaiting trial and facing so many charges that it's not looking good, since there's overwhelming proof that she was planning to engage in, basically, a public orgy, and making profit off of it. So, that's how things are looking. My aunt and uncle are asking for money from the family and they're getting turned down left and right, and while I feel bad for them. Damn, they just enabled her so much. I will update once I have more info. Like and follow for more.